Most stretches promise results. Few deliver. These 5 do. One simple sequence frees tight hips, eases back tension, opens your chest, and restores spinal mobility. Master them, and every movement feels easier, stronger, and more natural. 1. Kneeling hip flexor stretch. The kneeling hip flexor stretch is a very effective way to restore mobility and relieve discomfort in the hips and lower back after years of sitting your hip flexors, especially the iliopsoas and rectus femoris, are the muscles that lift your leg, help you bend forward, and keep your pelvis steady every time you move. Years of sitting at work, in the car, or at home gradually stiffen these muscles, tipping the pelvis out of position and placing unnecessary pressure on the lower back. This tension can lead to lower back pain, reduced mobility, knee discomfort, and subtle postural changes that affect everyday movements. To perform this stretch correctly, start in a kneeling position with one knee on the ground and the other foot flat in front of you, forming a 90-degree angle at the knee. A folded mat under your back knee can provide extra support if needed. Gently engage the glute of the kneeling leg and slightly tuck your pelvis under to prevent lower back arching. Lean your hips forward slowly until you feel a firm stretch in the front of your hip. Keep your chest upright and maintain steady breathing while engaging your core to stabilize your spine. For a deeper stretch, raise the arm on the side of the kneeling leg and gently lean toward the opposite side. This variation stretches the lateral hip flexors and obliques, improving overall hip mobility and spinal alignment. Hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds per side and repeat 2 to 3 times. Over time, consistent practice not only lengthens tight hip flexors, but also strengthens the glutes, reduces lumbar tension, and improves your ability to perform movements like squatting, bending, and walking comfortably. For adults over 40, this stretch is a foundational movement that addresses the tightness accumulated from years of sedentary behavior and helps restore natural pelvic alignment. 2. Cat-cow stretch. The cat-cow stretch is a dynamic exercise that keeps your spine healthy, flexible, and pain-free. The spine supports virtually every movement in your body, from bending and twisting to sitting, lifting, and walking. Stiffness and restricted mobility in the spinal muscles, including the erector spinae, multifidus, and even deeper stabilizers, can limit range of motion and lead to discomfort or chronic pain. The cat-cow stretch works by moving the spine through flexion and extension, gently mobilizing each vertebra while simultaneously engaging the core, strengthening stabilizers, and promoting healthy posture. To perform this stretch, begin on all fours with your wrists aligned under your shoulders and knees under your hips. As you inhale, drop your belly toward the floor, lift your chest, and extend your tailbone toward the ceiling. This is the cow position. This motion stretches the front of the spine, opens your chest, and engages your abdominal muscles. On the exhale, round your back, draw your chin toward your chest, and tuck your tailbone under, entering the cat position. Focus on articulating the spine slowly, moving from one vertebra to the next, and maintaining steady breathing flow smoothly between these two positions for 10 to 15 repetitions. Regularly practicing cat-cow improves spinal lubrication, enhances joint mobility, and trains coordination between the thoracic and lumbar regions. For adults over 40, this stretch reduces stiffness in the lower and upper back, increases flexibility for twisting and bending, and prepares the body for both daily activity and more vigorous exercise. It also strengthens the stabilizing muscles that protect your spine, making movements like lifting, reaching, or even simple rotation safer and more comfortable. By incorporating this stretch into a daily routine, you maintain spinal resilience and prevent long-term degeneration, giving your back the mobility and support it needs to function optimally. 3. Doorway chest stretch. Tight chest muscles are a common consequence of prolonged sitting, forward slouched posture, and repetitive forward movements, such as typing, looking at phones, or driving. The doorway chest stretch addresses these issues by lengthening the pectorals and anterior deltoids, promoting proper shoulder alignment, and opening the thoracic spine. When your chest muscles are tight, your shoulders round forward, which compresses the upper spine, reduces lung expansion, and creates tension in the neck and upper back. Stretching the chest not only improves posture, but also creates space for better breathing, enhanced movement, and reduced discomfort. To perform this stretch, stand in a doorway and place your forearms against each side of the frame at shoulder height. Step 1 foot forward and gently press your torso through the opening until you feel a stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulders. Avoid shrugging your shoulders toward your ears and keep your shoulder blades slightly drawn down and back. Maintain a stable core and breathe deeply, letting your chest expand fully with each breath. Hold this stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, repeating 2 to 3 times. This stretch improves shoulder mobility and alignment, which is critical for overhead reaching, pushing, and rotational movements. Regular practice can help reverse the forward shoulder posture that develops over decades, reduce upper back tension, and promote healthier thoracic movement. For adults over 40, incorporating doorway chest stretches enhances posture, supports upper body mechanics, and facilitates better performance in daily activities like lifting, driving, or carrying objects. Over time, a more open chest encourages upright posture, reduces strain on surrounding muscles, and supports overall spinal health. 4. Frog stretch. The frog stretch is an advanced hip opening exercise that targets the adductors, inner thighs, and hip stabilizers. Hip tightness is a key contributor to lower back discomfort, knee pain, and reduced functional mobility, especially after 40. The frog stretch not only opens the hips, but also relieves tension in the pelvis and lower spine, restoring movement patterns that are often restricted by years of sitting. By targeting the inner thighs and groin, this stretch creates space in the hips, allowing for more comfortable squatting, bending, and rotational movements. To perform the frog stretch, begin on all fours and slowly widen your knees while keeping your shins aligned and parallel. Lower your hips toward the floor gradually, maintaining a neutral spine and keeping your core lightly engaged. Rocking your hips gently forward and backward can enhance the stretch and stimulate blood flow to the muscles, further improving flexibility. Hold the position for 30 to 45 seconds, rest briefly, and repeat once or twice. Regular practice of the frog stretch increases hip mobility, improves knee alignment, and reduces tension in the lower back, making movements like squats, lunges, and rotational activities easier and safer. This stretch also promotes better circulation and flexibility in the inner thighs and pelvis, which is especially beneficial for adults over 40. By maintaining this level of mobility, you support functional independence, reduce discomfort during daily activity, and ensure that key muscles remain supple and resilient, preventing injury and improving overall performance. 5. Supine spinal twist. Rotational mobility is often neglected, yet it is essential for a healthy, resilient spine. The supine spinal twist relieves tension in the lower back, stretches the obliques and deep spinal rotators, and restores healthy rotation to the thoracic and lumbar regions. Daily life and exercise routines often emphasize forward or lateral movements, leaving rotational mobility underdeveloped. This twist strengthens and mobilizes the spine, improves posture, and enhances functional movement patterns, all of which become increasingly important after 40. To perform the supine spinal twist, lie flat on your back with your arms extended to the sides for stability. Bring one knee toward your chest and guide it across your body with the opposite hand. Keep the opposite shoulder grounded and rotate your spine slowly, feeling the stretch through the lower back, hip, and oblique muscles. Maintain even, deep breathing and hold for 45 seconds on each side, repeating twice. Focus on keeping the movement controlled and smooth to maximize spinal decompression and mobility. Incorporating the supine spinal twist into your routine promotes better rotational flexibility, reduces stiffness, and strengthens spinal stabilizers that support safe twisting and bending movements. Adults over 40 often experience rotational limitations due to tight hips, weak obliques, and stiffness in the spine. Regularly practicing this stretch improves overall spinal health, supports healthy posture, and enhances comfort in daily activities like reaching, turning, or bending. Over time, it also helps balance the strength and mobility of the core, making the body more resilient to stress and strain while maintaining functional independence. Routine integration and practical tips. These 5 stretches, kneeling hip flexor, cat-cow, doorway chest, frog, and supine spinal twist, cover nearly all major areas of stiffness, tension, and postural imbalance that accumulate with age. Performing them in sequence can restore mobility, release chronic tension, and support overall joint health in under 15 minutes. A sample routine might flow like this. Begin with cat-cow to warm up the spine. Follow with kneeling hip flexor stretches to lengthen the hips. Move to doorway chest openers for the upper body. Perform the frog stretch to deepen hip and inner thigh flexibility. And finish with supine spinal twists to decompress and rotate the spine. Holding each stretch for 20 to 45 seconds and repeating 2 to 3 times ensures adequate lengthening, engagement, and restorative benefit. These stretches can be performed 3 to 5 times per week for optimal results. They not only relieve discomfort, but also retrain movement patterns, strengthen stabilizing muscles, and enhance posture. Core engagement is emphasized throughout, especially during hip and spinal stretches, ensuring that your back, pelvis, and abdominal muscles are supporting proper alignment. Deep, controlled breathing should accompany every stretch to increase oxygen flow, reduce tension, and enhance relaxation. By committing to this routine, adults over 40 can dramatically improve mobility, reduce pain, and support a strong, functional body. These 5 stretches work together to correct decades of postural imbalances, tightness, and compensatory patterns, making everyday movements easier, safer, and more comfortable. Whether your goal is improved posture, better athletic performance, or simply less discomfort in daily life, this sequence provides a complete, low-impact, highly effective solution that targets 90% of the common musculoskeletal issues experienced after 40. If these stretches helped, hit like, subscribe for more, and share with anyone over 40 who wants looser hips and a stronger back. Every session counts. This one could change everything. Thanks for watching.